Do you procrastinate often? Do you want to know how we can stop procrastinating? Then you are at the right place, because today I am going to talk about 3 techniques which help me to stop procrastinating. Honestly speaking, I used to procrastinate a lot. I think I had infatuation towards procrastination. But then I realized that this habit of mine could be the greatest hindrance to the progress in any area of my life. So that is why I explored different techniques and I found out 3 techniques which are extremely powerful. So today I am going to talk about these 3 techniques, and interestingly I call the combination of these 3 techniques as ABC technique. So today we are going to talk about ABC technique, but before that I need to remind you that if you are new to my channel and you want to enhance 4 most important areas of your life: health, happiness, career and communication, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. All you need to do is just to click on the subscribe button below. So let's dive into the topic right away. Let's talk about the techniques. ABC technique. First technique, A, starts with A. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, why are you procrastinating? You don't procrastinate everything. Do you procrastinate to watch your favorite web series? I don't think so. We tend to procrastinate. Generally, we tend to procrastinate 3 kind of tasks. 1, if we find that task absolutely boring or extremely difficult or ambiguous, or if which means we don't have any clarity about that task. Once you know why are you procrastinating, it would be easier for you to find out a solution. For example, if the task is boring, try to make it interesting or a little bit challenging. How you can do it? Let me give you an example. For example, I don't find daily cooking very interesting. So to make it a little bit more interesting, I put on my favorite music or I listen to my favorite YouTubers. That is how I make it a little bit more interesting. Here I would like to add something. This is kind of multitasking which you won't be able to do in different type of tasks. For example, you are studying or you are working. Those kind of tasks need a certain amount of focus and concentration, and that is why it would be best for this kind of task to make it a little bit challenging. Let me give you an example. It's a random example. If you can read 6 pages in 10 minutes, what you can do to make it a little bit challenging and less boring, try to challenge yourself. Tell yourself, check whether you can read 6.5 pages next day or 7 pages next day. So this is how you are challenging yourself. Now, what is the best thing about this technique? You are also increasing your productivity. That is the best thing about making your boring work kind of challenging. So whenever you find something boring, try to make it either interesting or challenging. Now, next type of task which we tend to procrastinate is difficult tasks. We always stay away from difficult tasks. Here my suggestion is try to divide difficult tasks into small and manageable parts. In that way, you won't be overwhelmed by the difficult task. You would be able to handle the parts, and that way you would be able to achieve the goal. Here I would like to add one quote. I don't remember the exact lines, but it was something like that. You have to see only the first step, not the entire staircase. So my suggestion is just to start it, divide it into small manageable part, and then just take one part and finish the first part and then go to the next part. This is how you can make your difficult task a little bit easier and you would be able to stop procrastinating in this way. Now, third type of task which we tend to procrastinate, tasks which are ambiguous. We don't have clarity about the task. We have lots of doubt and questions in our mind. In that case, first thing you have to figure out, you can go Google search, go to YouTube search, you can read documents, whatever you have access to. So that is how you have to find out the answers. And sometimes if that also doesn't work, sometimes it won't work, in that case you should go and talk to other people. For example, you're a student and you have a very difficult project at hand, you don't know anything, you don't have any clarity. Go talk to your friends, go talk to your peers, go talk to your teachers, your professors. Also, if you are in a working environment, you are working on a project, you don't have clarity about it, don't hesitate to talk to your colleagues about that. Go talk to your colleagues, talk to your supervisors. That way you would be able to stop procrastinating. And in fact, that is why somehow I feel communication skill is extremely important, and that is why I'm going to start a communication series very soon, because I feel communication skill helps us in every areas of our life, not just professional life but also personal life. Now let's get back to the topic. So that was the first technique, that was all about the first technique. Ask yourself, why are you procrastinating? If that is because of some particular type of the task, that is what generally happens, then you know how to find out the solution. Next technique, let's move to the next technique, which starts with B, and that is benefits. Try to find out the benefit of the task you are doing. If you are procrastinating, which means somehow you don't love to do it, but still you need to do it. So generally we procrastinate things we don't love, but we need to do it. And I believe whatever we need to do, what is necessary for us to do, that must be beneficial. So try to find out what are the benefits. Maybe you are developing some kind of skill. Maybe when you are doing that task, maybe that task would help you to increase your knowledge, or you would be increase particular type of personality trait. For example, if some task is really boring and you are doing it, you would be more patient. So that is a personality trait that would help you in other areas of your life. So whenever you don't feel like doing a task, try to find out the benefits. It will help as internal motivation. You need to motivate yourself to do the task, and this is how you would be able to stop procrastinating. Now we will move to the last but definitely not the least technique, that's last but not least important technique, and that starts with C. That is creating environment. Creating a suitable environment is of paramount importance. It helps you to stop procrastinating. And one of the easiest way to do that is to join a group. For instance, I don't like to do yoga at home. I have a yoga mat and still I don't do it. But I used to go to a yoga class, and there I had friends. I had a bunch of friends. I used to do yoga with them. That used to come very naturally because you are doing it with similar minded friends, and that is very important. I don't think peer pressure is bad if you have selected a correct or suitable peer for you. It actually helps you, it gives you that external motivation. So if you don't feel like studying, go join a study group. That would help you. And since right now in June 2020, when I am shooting this video, we are practicing social distancing and we won't be able to go out to join a group. The best part is we have internet. If you are watching this video, that means you have access to internet, which means you are blessed because you can create your own environment through internet. How you can do it? Again, let me give you an example. I don't like to do exercise. I don't feel like doing exercise, but I know it's very important, especially to improve your immunity. But when I need to do it, or when I don't feel like doing it, I go watch videos on exercising or dancing, any kind of physical activity, and that helps me, that motivates me to do exercise myself. If you are studying and you don't feel like studying, there are lots of videos like create beautiful notes, how to create beautiful notes, study notes, and study with me. And what I love about YouTube videos, they are not very long. They are generally 10 minutes or 15 minutes long, that you can invest in YouTube, because if it gives you that internal motivation, you would be able to do the task at hand, the concerned task. So that is why it's really important to create a suitable environment, offline or online, in whatever way. It's very important. So this is all about it. These are the 3 techniques which really helped me a lot. Please let me know in the comment section if you have ever used any of these techniques. Also let me know if you have used any other technique that help you to stop procrastinating. Enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you next time.